Good afternoon, Lower School, and welcome to our virtual assembly. Growing together, reaching higher. To our amazing students, family and staff, everyone at Art Bolton miss you very much. And although you're not in school right now, we are thinking about you all. Stay happy, stay safe. Team Bolton. So welcome to our penultimate assembly. This is the 11th of our virtual assembly. It's time for us to just stop, reflect and set out goals for the next week. Still a few notices this week, just to remind you to get your work in. The art challenge is ongoing. I'll give you the next slide with the Learn to Fly. Online engagement is going to be the theme of this week's assembly, as well as the ARC Sports Day challenge, and I'll give you more detail on these in this assembly. Thank you, Miss Allen, once again for this. We've got a soup recipe today, vegetable soup. Very healthy. One of the things I love about our school is that sometimes the teachers get soups and missing the canteen makes us, especially on cold days. So enjoy this, have a go. If you do it, please take a photograph, send it into info@artbolton.org, and it may even win you an Amazon voucher. Happy cooking. So here it is. What an amazing opportunity. I literally got an email just as I was finishing up this assembly, and I desperately wanted to put it in there. There's a chance for you to learn how to fly. Fantasy Wings are offering for 3 people to actually learn how to fly and get their private pilot's license. They're also offering another 50 students a chance to have a trial flying lesson. Now, all of this is funded, there's no cost to you. If you are interested though, you must get your parents to register at www.fantasywings.co.uk. I've put in a telephone number on this slide as well to help you out. If you really want to learn how to fly, this is an amazing opportunity. If you're interested in aviation, put your name forward. I had the chance to go up in a glider and it was superb. But this, to actually get your pilot's license, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity that's been offered. So do take it up. Do get on, do log on and put your names forward. Can't make a promise that you'll get it, but it's worth the try. So contacting school is still really important. You can email us at info@artbolton.org. Telephone number is 0121 773 8156. You can also go on our school website at any time and keep up to date with the news. If you have any worries, concerns, things that you're not so sure about, then keep using the SHARP system. Remember to put your name and year group. It will really help us to support you as best we can. So you might think this is a bit unusual for me to put this into a Key Stage 3 assembly. But I always think it's really important that you understand what others are going through and perhaps what the Year 11s are facing right now. So here's a link to Kooth. And this is for you to start thinking about choices. Now I know Year 9s have just had their options recently. If you feel interested or you want to know more, then you can always have a look at this online and just think about what you want to do in your future. So if you're really proud of any work that you've done, whether you've been doing artwork or your English or maths, it doesn't matter. You can take a picture of it and send it in to us at info@artbolton.org. Don't forget there's also an art competition as well, so if you're really a good artist then you can send that work in. I really would love to see it and to pass it on to your teachers so that you get the chance to win £10 Amazon gift card. I'm really excited this week to share with you the fact that we're going to get to see each other. So what's going to be happening is on the next slide I'm going to share with you when your tutor group is coming into school next week. Now we're doing this, want to check in with you, make sure you're okay, and also to tell you about information ready for next year and set ourselves up for the summer ahead. One thing that I really want you to consider is in your conversation with your form tutors on Tuesday, is if you need a little bit of extra support, so that your form tutors can let me know and I can get you anything that's required for when you come in on either Wednesday, Thursday or Friday and have that work ready for you. So think carefully about your conversations with your tutors on Tuesday. You do need to read the information on coming into school and how it will be done and which entrances you'll be coming in and leaving by. It is really important that you do understand this. So when we look at the next slide, I'll explain when you're coming in and some of the information around the requirements and social distancing that we will do on the days. I can't wait to see you all, and I look forward to sharing in an assembly with you next week. So there's quite a lot of information on this slide, so do listen carefully. You might want to get a pen and paper as well just to make down some notes. So first of all, we're going to be seeing the current Year 7, those that will be going into Year 8 next year, on Wednesday the 15th. If you have a look on here, 9 o'clock discipline, 10 o'clock courage, 11 o'clock justice, 12 o'clock humility, 1 o'clock charity, 2 o'clock compassion, 3 o'clock honesty. Now on the Thursday we change and we're going to be looking at the current Year 8 going into Year 9. So 9 o'clock discipline, 10 o'clock courage, 11 o'clock justice, 12 o'clock humility, 1 o'clock charity, 2 o'clock compassion and 3 o'clock honesty. On Friday will be the current Year 9s who will be moving into Year 10. Once again, 9 o'clock discipline, 10 o'clock courage, 11 o'clock justice, 12 o'clock humility, 1 o'clock charity, 2 o'clock compassion, 3 o'clock honesty. So, here is now the instructions on the requirements for you. All of us need to keep our social distancing. Now, we know that it used to be 2 metres and the government have changed it down to 1 metre. So we're going to try and keep our 1.5 metres distance social distancing. So the chairs will be sat out in lines but with gaps. When you arrive, you're going to arrive through the caretaker house entrance. So that's on the Golden Hillock Road, and it's the one where you often see 10 and 11 coming through. Now, there will be someone there, our attendance officer, ready to take the register as you come in. You must then follow the markings that are on the floor and the wall, and they will guide you down to the assembly hall. It is really important that you will see members of staff there, and you might want to say hello, but you must remember to keep your social distance. You'll be lined up, ready to go in, and we will make sure we'll take you in and get your IT login card, which will be given to you. You'll put this in your pocket. After that, you'll go through the double doors into the main hall, where we will all be there, ready to meet you. It is vitally important that you use the hand sanitizers and that you sit down, keeping your social distances. I will then lead the assembly for you, or Mr. Foster will do that for current Year 9s going into Year 10. The assembly will last around about 30 minutes in total. You will need to think carefully about what's being said in there, and at the end, as I've said, is if you require some extra support books, I will have those ready and waiting for you. At the end, you will then line up, keeping your social distancing 1.5 metres, and you'll go through the main doors, through the doors, past the AstroTurf, and out past the back of the canteen there. It is really important that you follow these instructions when we come in. It's going to keep you safe, it's going to keep the teachers safe. And then you will have a clear indication of what's required of you during the summer, and we'll also give you an opportunity, if you need to tell us anything that's having concerns or worries you. I'm really looking forward to seeing you all. So let's stay safe and stay strong over the weekend, and I look forward to greeting you all on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of next week. So here's a real challenge for us all. Collectively, Ark Bolton Academy has been asked to travel 1,000 kilometres. So this is the distance that Matthew Bolton travelled for business to up and down to Scotland. So he was able to do this. You can join in on this. And what I want you to do is log on to the school website, and there you'll see this picture with a link to it where you can sign up. You can put absolutely anything down that you do that covers any distance. I got an app on my phone now that tracks me when I go for my walks, and that really logs for me how far I've travelled, and you can do the same. So it doesn't matter if you're walking, cycling, and in fact yesterday I even went kayaking. You can add in anything to increase our distance. So far, about 40 teachers have signed up for this, and I really would love to get as many students as possible to come on board and join us. So once more, where do you find the information? Go on to the school website, www.artbolton.org. Have a look for this picture there, and you'll see it on the front page, and log in and track. Now, when it asks you for your team captain, put down your form tutor. Where it asks you for the team, let's just say lower school. Because I know that if we all put our lower school distances together, we can really crack more than 1,000 kilometres. I'm up to 40 kilometres so far, and I'm really proud of myself. However, I must admit I've got 1 or 2 blisters. But I think it's worth it just to do this challenge. The best of luck, join in, and let's see how far we can travel. Well done to everybody mentioned here. In particular, we've got some people who are mentioned in more than one place. Mohammed Al Muzammil is on there. So thank you very much for keeping up your efforts and working online. It's good to see that some of you were incredibly resilient and haven't stopped working at all during the lockdown. Well done if your name is mentioned. Once again, we've got some wonderful work here by Safa Zaman, 2 fantastic, I hope they're not portraits of anybody we know, but there's certainly fantastic detail in there. Also Munira, Miss Anoush was talking to me about the efforts you've put in, and she just loves the fact that you're doing home baking and getting stuck in there, really working hard. This week, however, I'm going to give it to someone who just is working so hard in every subject possible. So, Mohammed Al Muzammil, thank you so much. The work you're doing in English and maths is exceptional. You're putting in the hours and putting in the graft. So you'll be in a fantastic position when you come back in September. So well done to you. I'll be in contact with an Amazon voucher code which you can spend on anything you like.